Hello there, my name is Enock. Taking care of your health should be a top priority. Looking at the various engagements that we have today, it is so easy to forget about our health, mental well-being. That is why we introduce to you the Healthy You Talk Show, a brand new show that is going to address matters concerning your health, nutrition, stress management, mental health, name it. We bring to you a wide range of experts who are going to be touching pertinent issues concerning our health. Tune in every Tuesday at 10 a.m. live on Faith Today TV.
Mountain Moving Faith. This is my latest book. And if you want to learn how you can move mountains, life has many mountains. While this journey, you will encounter mountains and you wonder, how can I move mountains? This is a book to read. And it took me time to research, to pray, and to wait on God and look at the scriptures and what Jesus talked about moving mountains. And this book is quite a story, it's quite an inspiration. It is quite something that will change your life. So order your copy today. We can send it to you wherever you are in this country. We will be able to send this book to you on Mountain Moving Faith. Call that number or send a message and our team will be able to ship it to you wherever you are. There's a book to read. You can also buy for your friend, for a family as a gift. And I have no doubt they will thank you and they will be always thankful for what you have done for them. So God bless you as you read this book, Mountain Moving Faith.
Hello there, welcome to the Kingdom Business Network, your go-to choice program for business growth and wealth creation. My name is Enock Kitodekijja. I'm from the House of Faith and I will be your host today. I'm stepping in for Dr. Francis Mungai, our good friend, a bona fide member of the Kingdom Business Network. And today we are going to be talking about a very interesting topic. But before we go any further, I want to first of all welcome you once again from the Kingdom Business Network breakfast that we had a few days ago. All those who attended, you can attest that there is something going on in the kingdom of God concerning business. We had amazing speakers, our very own guest. We had Bishop Peter, Reverend Faith, we had Dr. Francis Mungai, we had Hannah, we had Pastor Geoffrey, and we also want, on a special note, recognize and appreciate our partners, those who sponsored the event. Needless to say, we had Sweet Homes Management Limited right here at Blessed House. Please support them. They supported us. It's a very big network and we have a good number of people who really need your help. We had Faith Premier High School represented. They sponsored this event. We want to recognize them once again. We had Juja Farm. We had it is Happy Life Christian School in Juja Farm. We also had JCK Hospital. Those ones have gone with us for a long way. They have been with us providing health services, the health talks, so much to mention but a few. I remember we had also the AQL nutritional company. They were also with us. You did so well. And also to end it, we had Bishop Peter Ndungu and Reverend Faith, great sponsors. They are great authors, witness a great array of books they are displayed for us. And now, for those of you who want really to work with us, we want to promise our support for you, and we will we'll work with you all the step of the way. Today, we want to talk about optimizing human resource, and this is good for people who are building small businesses. And together with me on my immediate left is our very own Vicky. I want her to introduce herself. She's going to be our co-host today and also introduce the topic that we are discussing today. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Enoch. To our viewers, once again, welcome back to the show. Thank you for tuning in from wherever you are. As you've heard, my good name is Victoriana Alwang'a. I'm a financial advisor and your co-host for today. And today we are going to be delving into an interesting topic. So if you're looking to grow your team, if you're looking to optimize HR practices to enhance your business, this is the place to be today. And we have here today an expert from the industry, a HR expert who will be taking us through today's topic. So stay tuned and ensure to get insights so you can continue to grow your team even as you continue to build your business. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Victoriana. She said growing your team. And on my immediate right, we have the expert that we told you about earlier. He is a natural expert with over 20 years of experience. You know, he has worked with Laikipia University as a deputy registrar, and right here we are so blessed to have him weigh in matters concerning human resource and building a good team. But before I invite him to take us to the next level, I'm aware we have those of you who are following us on Facebook, on YouTube, that is social media. I'm telling you, we recognize you, we celebrate you every time, and we want to remind you to subscribe. Please like, and if you would share this message, let it go out there. We are building a kingdom business network for business growth and wealth creation once again. Now, if you have any question concerning our topic today, any thought, feel free to use the number on your screen, and the expert here, along with my co-host, we are going to be able to answer you and give you nothing but the best advice so you can go to the next level. Allow me inviting our guest today, Dr. Mugo. Welcome to Faith Today Television. You kindly introduce yourself.
Yeah, thank you for having me. My name is Dr. Mugo Muriithi. I'm a graduate of Nairobi University with a Bachelor of Commerce, and having a master's in human resource management from Kenya Methodist University, and a PhD in strategic management in business management, strategic management from Mugo University. I'm a certified secretary, Kenya, and as well I'm a certified professional mediator, accredited by the Kenyan judiciary as a mediator to solve cases, disputes, which are referred by the court occasionally. Above that, I'm a HR practitioner, having worked for many years in that field, and practical in the area of human resources, from HR planning to separation, which is HR exit. So I have the whole spectrum of the human resources, and more to that, management, administration, and leadership. Yes.
Wow, that is quite interesting.
Yeah.
I would call it a coat with very many colors.
Yeah.
You know, God has blessed you with so much.
Yeah.
And we could not get any other person but you to help us now break this down. Before we get to our discussion today,
Yes.
how has been this year? You know, we are ending the year, it's running like as if, you know, it's so fast. How has it been for you?
Yeah, the year has been good.
Yeah.
As an individual, this is the year when I was been accredited by the Kenyan judiciary and started my practice in resolving of disputes referred by the court. The year has also found us as a family where my children last year, 2 of them graduated from university and now they have moved to the working space. So I would describe the year as generally good.
Wow.
Yes.
Awesome.
Even in terms of work, I think I consider we are faring on well.
Okay.
Yes.
That is
We are
quite
faring on well in many aspects because I also do what we call altar counseling in the church, having been the head of a counseling department in our church, Sitam Valley Road. So the year is moving on well. We bless the name of the Lord.
Amen.
And I think I better add that I'm a Christian
Yeah.
of many years, having given my life to Christ
Yeah.
at the university in 1989.
Wow.
Wow.
So I live that life and I practice it
Practice the life
for the glory of God.
for the glory of God. And
Yes.
that is very interesting, Doc.
Yes.
And that is why we have you here.
Yes.
Speaking about working with the university, we would want you to tell us about your role as leading the HR department at the university. Can you tell us more about that?
Oh, okay. I think HR is shifting from just functions to what we call partners. And at the university, basically the HR has 4 core functions. Number 1 is advisory. You are the expert in your area, and this being a profession, you are able to advise the management on how to tackle HR issues. The other aspect is a partner, so that you are involved in decision making. An HR person is a partner towards the fulfillment of the vision, the mission, and the goals of an entity.
Yeah.
The other one is functional.
Yeah.
Functional means you have a team, you have a department, HR, which now would help the institution in HR planning, in recruitment, in coming with aspects of retention, including remunerating and compensating, staff development and growth, training and development, where you tailor-make courses which are relevant and would be relevant to the mission and the goals of the organization.
Yeah.
And then there is assessment of performance management, because you need a team which is productive, which is optimizing the value of the business, and even issues to do with the health, safety of the workplaces, and including separation.
Yeah.
Because any relationship which begins must also come to an end. And it comes to an end in many ways.
Okay.
So, and the lastly, an HR person is also an advocate.
So that is what you've been doing at the university.
Yeah, you are an advocate for the purpose of articulating
Okay.
the issues which are facing the staff. That's what I've been doing in the university.
Wow.
If you look at my career, my CV, basically it centers on that.
Oh, that is quite interesting.
Yes.
I believe Victoriana has something to learn from that.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
That's really profound.
Yes,
You
yes.
talked about advisory,
Yes,
advocating for the staff in the
yes.
team.
Yeah,
You've talked about the practical aspect,
the functional.
the functional,
Yeah,
yes.
including payment of salaries, and administering of things like leave, sick leave, maternity leave, paternity leave, according to the law, issues to do with sometimes even disciplinary. Yeah, the staff have crossed the line, separation, retirements. So it's quite a broad. Those are functional issues in HR. Yeah. But there can also be practices.
Practices, okay. And then today, because now that you have worked with so many people, I hear you've handled so many challenges, and that is true with human beings. We now wanted to shift gears into now how we can simulate that in business. So probably you could help us understand how can someone who is running a small business align these HR strategies with their mission and goals.
With their mission and goals.
Yes.
Very, very good.
For businesses.
Yeah, that question is pertinent because any person who is in business, first and foremost, even before they began, they have a vision, they have a goal, and they have a mission, they have a vision, they have a mission, they have goals. And for those goals to be actualized, you need resources. You need capital. You may even need a space like this one where we are in. You need resources in terms of human beings. Because for you to actualize your dreams, you need others. You need to work with others. You need to create teams. And because specifically I'm dealing with small businesses, you need to identify the team which will be argument your vision and will bring out positive outcomes and results. As I was thinking through this, if I am starting, you may find even a startup which has only 5, even 2. Others have grown to a certain extent. They are in their 50s. How you apply the HR there is important, because you want to create HR, you want to create a team which is motivated, which is committed, which is motivated to the cause. And when you are very small, I think your leadership, your game, your ability to play in a team is important. I would be of the view, when you are beginning, it is very important that you pick people who are multi-skilled, who can multitask. And sometimes, even now, a concept which probably I can introduce, they are multi-talented. They can handle many aspects in your business, because you may find that the source of capital is limited, but there is a trajectory of growth for your company. But if you now move to ones where you have 20, 25 employees, 30, 40, you need now to start professionalizing. You need to move to have expert now in your area, because you cannot be able to manage as an individual 20, 30, 40. You need an accountant, you may need a human resource person, and you may need even a supervisor to coordinate the team. That's very important for small businesses. Yes, but I would add that you want to get the best out of your employees. You want to optimize what you are getting. So setting a work environment, a conducive work environment, towards that is very critical. A conducive work environment where you can even move your team to as a family where there is nurturing, where there is care, where there is concern for one another. That is very important. And I'm mindful that my audience is of the Christian background. So when you are Christian, the issues also of treating your staff ethically having clear goals is very critical.
Very critical. And
yes.
I like the way you began by letting us know that it doesn't matter what kind of business you're having, whether small or big, you must have a clear goal, you must have the visions clearly stated, you must have the mission, because that is where it begins.
Yes, yes.
Meaning, if you are starting a business today and you do not have a vision, a mission, you basically don't have the direction, you know. And you've also helped us understand, even if you're having 2 people you're working with, those are human resources, and how you work with them determines how far your business goes.
Yes, yes.
We also want to understand, Daktari, regarding now getting the human resource on board, what are some of those cost-effective tools or probably strategies that one can use to get the best talent without breaking the bank?
Okay. This is called sourcing or recruitment. Recruitment is dependent on the strength of the firm sometimes, because but these days, because of the space, the media, the digital, we are in a digital era, in where information is easily available. It is easier these days, but I don't know what kind of audience I'm talking to, but sourcing can take many routes. There can be referral, there can be head hunting, you are aware of. They are also, like our nation, the people are well schooled. Apart from there can be referral, there can be head hunting, where you are aware of somebody who you can bring in and they can add value, and they can make a significant contribution to your to the kind of work which you are doing, to your organization. There can also be, there are recruitment bureaus. If you are not so strong in terms of whatever, you can engage recruitment bureaus and give them your requirements. What kind of an employee do you require? What kind of a HR resource do you require to add? Then you draw the requirements in terms of education, probably, in terms of their professionalism, in terms of even the job description. What do you intend these people, what gap do you intend them to fill? What would be their job? That is very important, because sometimes if you recruit without identifying exactly what kind of a resource you require, what experience, how many years, is it a fresh graduate? Is it somebody with a bit of experience? What is their personality? Will they be able to fit into your team? So that aspect also of using recruitment agencies, and where possible, you can advertise. But that process, if you are a small business, it may be costly.
Actually, that is where I wanted you to.
Yes, yes. It may be very costly.
You're on a budget.
On your budget, because now you are spending on even a resource which has not even come.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. It can be very costly because, and you may get so many applicants. The aspect of now shortlisting, the aspect of interviewing.
That's another process.
And you may not even have the capacity or the ability to, although you will be involved because you are the one who is seeking, you are the one who is saying, I need a person who is like this. But you may not have the capacity and the talent, the ability to really vet and get a good person.
Because you see, Daktari, speaking about that, when you're handling a small business, not so many people have the skills of an HR,
Yes.
that they know the entire process, you know, recruitment, then sorting.
Yes.
It can be a challenge.
Yes.
But I like the idea that you've given us, just to narrow it down to referrals.
Yeah.
Utilize the referrals that you have.
Yeah.
You know, there are recruitment agencies out there that someone can consider. Internet is on our disposal.
Yes,
We
yes.
can fully utilize it.
Yeah.
More so for people who are under budget. I believe, Victoriana, something is calling. I don't know what you think about it.
I think for me what I've picked out is the fact that during recruitment there are several things you look at, like the personality, like what it is that you require in the team. So if you're not aware of this, then it brings in a problem in terms of now bringing in these resources, right?
Yeah. Including attitude. You need somebody with probably the positive attitude, with integrity, because sometimes even, you see, sometimes we focus so much on the qualification.
Yeah.
But the attitude of the employee, the integrity of the employee, the ethics, will they be able to respect, to know that the business is an existing organization, but they have the border. Would they be able to draw the boundaries? So those are important things, and it is important that somebody consults. If you are not able to consult those who have the ability, so that they can be able to give you a proper person, including background check. Because if you are using an agency, probably they will even go to an extent of doing the background check to give you somebody who can be independent and who can be trustworthy.
Wow.
Yes.
That's very, very vital information.
Yeah.
And Doc, when you talk about integrity and attitude, I think that is something that most people who recruit have not been really utilizing, because someone can have these very big volumes of, you know, like the profession, qualifications, but really they are lacking the aspect of, you know, positive attitude, you know, things like that. I think it can even ruin your small business.
Yes.
As you are building your business, moving up, you need to really get this quality information. The foundation is very, very important.
Yes.
Speaking of that, we're going to take a short break. But before we do, I know our viewers are sending in their questions. Would you mind telling us about how the best approach to training and empowering the people now that you've gotten on board as a small business person?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think that training is also an expensive. It's expensive, but the best thing to have it is to training must be aligned as well with your mission, the mission of the business. The training which is coming is to improve the competencies, the skills, the capacity of your staff. Sometimes it can go into groups because you want to, sometimes it can be even be training of the group because there are issues which are emerging in business and you want all your staff on that particular matter to be on board. Other times it is individual, because if it is an accountant, probably they entered your space with a Bachelor of Commerce or another business degree. It is important that you allow them to move into professionalization of their profession, like doing CPAs. I don't know, because I'm dealing with small business, whatever, whether because the cost element, there is a cost factor which is having an overall effect on the business. Because so I would probably say that the training and the development of staff, even them, they can be encouraged.
Yeah.
Even allowing time to them, so that if somebody works for you between 8 and 5, you can allow them now to go and continue to grow themselves.
Yeah.
But there are those areas where you need the staff to be equipped because of the growth of the business.
Yeah, yeah.
Those you can source, you can organize teamworks for team buildings.
Yeah, actually.
Where you source people for a day.
Yeah.
And it is economical when you train a team rather than when you are training an individual.
I think that is very important.
Yeah.
We're going to take a short break.
Yeah.
I believe you have so much you want to share with us.
Yeah.
But from all that you've said, training is very key, but giving these people time to rest, giving them the chance to go out there and also seek information.
Yeah.
It is part of fostering improvement and excellence to the people you have on board.
Yes.
It's very important. Those of you who have just joined us, we're going to take a short break. And when we return, we are going to go deeper into the legal aspect of matters and then the strategic management of human resource. I'm also going to be answering your questions. For those of you who have sent them, I see them here, and stay tuned. Coming back in a short while. Thank you.
Okay, asante. Nilikisajili kitabu ambacho kinaitwa 7 Keys to Success, ama kuna kanuni funguo 7 if you like it, ambazo zitakuletea ushindi na kufaulu maishani. Wote, wewe na mimi, tunataka kufaulu, lakini pia kuna njia ya kufaulu. Ukisoma hiki kitabu ambacho nilikiandika kwa kufanya utafiti, kwa maombi mengi, kuangalia neno la Mungu, I have no doubt ya kwamba hiki kitabu kitabadilisha maisha yako. Nilikuwa naongea na mchungaji rafiki yangu, akaniambia nilisoma hicho kitabu, sasa ninafundisha watu wangu kupitia ujuzi, maarifa, hekima ambayo nilipata kwa hiki kitabu. Kwa hivyo unaweza pia nunulia watu wengine, na akaniambia alinunulia hata viongozi wake, na wamekuwa wakisoma, wakaweka kwa library yao, wanasoma hiki kitabu. Sina mashaka, nina uhakika utabadilisha maisha yako na utabarikiwa. Tuma message ama upige simu kwa hiyo namba, na naweza kuwasiliana na wewe, na utapata hiki kitabu, utatumiwa, usome na ubariki pia watu wengine. Asante. Mungu akubariki unaposoma 7 Keys to Success, and you will succeed. Thank you.
Hello there, my name is Enoch. Taking care of your health should be a top priority. Looking at the various engagements that we have today, it is so easy to forget about our health, mental well-being. That is why we introduce to you the Healthy You Talk Show, a brand new show that is going to address matters concerning your health, nutrition, stress management, mental health, name it. We bring to you a wide range of experts who are going to be touching pertinent issues concerning our health. Tune in every Tuesday at 10 a.m. live on Faith Today TV. All right, welcome back once again to the Kingdom Business Network for business growth and wealth creation. And today is a special day. We are having an HR expert with over 20 years of experience. He's weighing in on matters that concern human resource in small businesses. If you thought that small businesses don't really require human resource and the like, now this is very important. A topic that you don't want to miss. We've had so much interesting conversations, and then we see now your questions coming in concerning the subject matter today. I have a question that before we enter into our next session, I think someone needs an urgent answer here.
Okay.
Someone is asking, interesting, is there a way I can recognize when someone is a perfect fit for the company culture during the hiring process?
I say yes. Sometimes let me say yes, no. But if you are involved from the word go, I would expect that you are involved from the word go in sourcing. If you have 5 people and you have a role, because you are recruiting them for a specific role, you can be able to identify the competencies, the qualification, the experience, and even the attitude and whether they can fit into that role. And the best thing is to have an open mind when you are vetting people for a role in your organization, and then you go eliminating. You eliminate. You can have the first session probably 5, then 3, and you can devolve further to really try to find out whether the person you are bringing in have the competence, have a good attitude, and fit into the culture which you want really to form for your company. Mm-hmm. Yes, but I would add an rider there that when you are recruiting, please do not clone yourself. Do not try to clone. Do not try to recruit like, because in diversity, a company strength is in the way you manage diversity in terms of personality, diversity in terms of skills, because what you have, the other person does not have, and may have something which may augment and complement even the strength of your organization.
Wow.
Yes.
Diversity is key.
Yes.
It's so important to have an open mind.
An open mind.
Very important.
Yes.
I know questions are coming in handy, and I believe Victoriana has a question for my guest. But before we go into that question, first answer Nicholas. This is urgent. Nicholas says, good morning, KBN. I am Nicholas in Thika. I have realized that the feedback I provide to employees causes resentment. Where do I go wrong?
Oh, okay. He has not explained whether he is giving feedback in private or in a group.
Tell us about that.
It is very important that you give your employee, when you are giving them recognition, you recognize them in a group. They feel good. Sometimes you recognize them individually. Tell somebody, you did, that job was done very well. They feel very good. But if you are giving feedback to somebody and it has a negative connotation in a group, they feel demeaned, they feel devalued. So the best thing to give feedback, which it may not be so good, is to give it in private. To give it in private and to assess the timing, to assess the mood of the staff, because they have also feelings, to assess, so that you are not giving feedback which hurts or which is like criticism. Tell somebody, and you can give feedback in duality. You tell somebody, I like what you did, but if you did it like this, I like this, and the other. But this other, I would have preferred that it would have been done like this. And you can begin with the positive, you end with the
negative.
With the collective. Yeah. A staff will still reflect over what you have told them, and they will correct themselves.
So there is an art
to
giving feedback.
There is an art in giving feedback.
You don't just give impulse feedback.
You don't give just give feedback on impasse.
On an impasse.
On an impasse.
Okay.
You did not do well. I now see you missed again.
Yeah.
The company is now.
Yeah.
You know, those kind of bashing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think this is very critical information
Yes.
for someone who's just starting out in business.
Yes.
Because if you don't know that, you may take long to really take off, because you are losing out on your, employees,
yes.
workers. Very important.
Yeah.
This is a very interesting conversation.
Yeah, it
Victoriana,
is.
do you have any question for our doctor here? Is giving us quality stuff.
Quality, yes.
Yes.
Maybe for me, it's just an example that I've seen going around.
Yeah.
The way a lot of people nowadays talk about how Gen Zs are always leaving the workplace without waiting. And most of the time you find that maybe it was because of feedback
Yeah.
and how it was packaged.
Yeah.
So learning how to give feedback, that's very important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you talked about culture, that during the recruitment process you're trying to find people who can blend into the culture of the business or the organization. And when we started, you also mentioned people that are able to run with the vision, the mission and the goals of the company or the business, which brings me to imagine that even as you're finding these people that will align with your vision, I believe that there are some policies that companies or organizations put in place just to help to keep these people in check in terms of this vision.
Yeah.
So what are some of these essential policies that small businesses should employ to ensure that the team is actually aligned with the company culture?
Okay, thank you for that question. You see, a business is operating within an environment. There is the internal and the external environment, including regulations. And the policies, your policies, probably where it can even begin, is to see that you comply with legal, the laws, the employment laws of the land. You may not have even a very documented policy, but you can even begin with the Employment Act 2007, where you want to engage your staff in compliance with the law. That is very important. I would not know, for instance, if you are sourcing a staff and your company is registered, it is good to give a contract in writing because it removes any form of ambiguity. We have given you this job. This is the title of the job. We have sourced you as a nutritional officer. Probably if it is an hospital. Your terms of service will be like this. Your duties will be like this. Your compensation will be like this. Your reporting time will be like this. A structured way of dealing with the staff. If you are engaging in terms of 50 and above, you can even have procedures which are well articulated and explained to your employees. And as I end there, because I don't want really to bog my audience with a lot of legal issues, referencing is important. If you are dealing with the human resource issues, and they will emerge in the course of work, why would you have even the basic, like you have an Employment Act, a matter emerges and then you can refer. You can read, you can try to understand even before you consult, and where you feel the matter is beyond yourself, it is important you consult so that you don't make mistakes. But beyond the regulations, the policies, create a conducive work environment. As the leader, as the owner of the business, create a conducive work environment where your staff will be free, will have the freedom to thrive and contribute positively to your business. Beyond the law.
Beyond the law.
Beyond the law.
And being an expert in the law as well as nature,
yes,
I think those two things now go hand in hand.
Yes.
And for our viewers, they would want to know where can they get such information for someone who's not into the law, someone who's not an expert in HR, where can they get this information for starters, that information?
For starters, the space is good. Like now, if somebody just, in Google, you go Employment Act 207, you'll just get it.
Employment Act
Employment 207.
Perfect. Speaking of that, we really want to now sandwich it with
and other employment laws.
And other employment laws.
Yes, you
but
get
for starters, is that act?
Is that act?
Okay.
You want it to be in compliance with the law, including dealing with statutory deductions.
Yeah.
You don't want to be to have problem with issues of labor, compensation, leave, giving those separation, where you even find you may even end with legal charges.
I get that.
Yes.
Great. Another question comes in from Nema from Ruaka. She says, what is the best way one can handle unconscious bias in hiring or promotions?
Incautious?
Repeat that. That's how she put it. She says, what is the best way one can handle unconscious bias in hiring or promotions?
Oh, bias. Oh, yeah. Bias in promotion. There is that's why I was saying an employment contract need to be structured. If you have clearly delegated responsibilities to a staff, and there is even a way of evaluating, assessing performance, whether they are living to that expectation. If there is a formal way of judging somebody, then you will not be biased. But if you don't have a formal way of, like if you don't have if you are not clear on what the employee is supposed to do, you don't have a job description. You have not assigned responsibilities, and then you are coming to promote. The time of promotion comes. What will you base your promotion on? It may even be a piecemeal job where somebody is supposed to do 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 10. If they have been doing that, probably even exceeding, and they know exactly what they are supposed to do, those are some of the ways of ensuring that bias is not there, because there is what has been done is measurable. But if there is nothing to measure, then you are likely to treat staff with a bias. Yes.
Oh, that's very important.
Yeah.
And then also, speaking of bias, there could be a challenge.
Yes.
I'm anticipating a challenge when some employees have to leave, and there are those you have to lay off. So could you give us an approach to how you handle these transitions?
Okay.
From an HR perspective.
That's a very important area, and I say anything which has a beginning has an end. You may find a staff is moving out of your company voluntarily on resignation. Probably they have other issues which they want to pursue. Other times it is issues where you cannot continue. There is even issues of disciplinary. Very, very critical that you manage that very, very well in a way that there will not be legal implications, and the separation is good. What I'm trying to say, probably I would be a bit direct. Why don't you manage your separation from the list where the risk is least? For instance, if a staff would feel like they want to move on, why won't you allow them to leave on resignation which is better, and you comply with the terms and conditions of engagement, so that if they were supposed to leave to give a month notice, or you are supposed to pay them 1 month in lieu of notice, you are the one who is paying them. You pay, you make sure you pay, so that they are not going with grievances. Other areas of separation can be even, sometimes it happens even demise. You have a very good staff, they get sick, it can be an area of separation. You ensure that after that, the process is smooth. Whatever was required of you have done your part. That is very important. The aspect of fair practice in human resource.
Even for small business.
Even for small business.
It's very important.
Fair business. Fair practice.
Yeah.
Fair practice. I would refer to the word of God.
Yeah.
Like Job that one. You find him giving a sense of being a fair employer.
Yeah.
That the employees who are serving him at those days, they could not be aggrieved of him.
Yeah.
That is very important even for small businesses.
I didn't know that even in the Bible it allows for fair treatment.
Fair
For our viewers, this is exceptional for the Kingdom Business Network. You can only get it on Faith Today Television. And we have an expert in the building, Dr. Mugo, splitting information. Whether you're a small business or a big company, this is what you need to build right, start right, and excel in whatever venture that you're having. My co-host, I believe Victoriana has something to say. What do you make of all this?
Dr. Mugo, you've talked about fair practice.
Yes.
So maybe mine is just a question. Maybe could you highlight maybe instances that you've seen where there has been unfairness, especially in terms of that separation?
Okay.
And like, how do businesses deal with such?
Okay. Let me say like fair, like compensation. You set salary or wage 18,000. Let us assume like that. Are you paying the salary on time? Are you paying on time? And if you are not paying on time, because sometimes there can be charges, are you able to explain without necessarily trying to do what I can call overbearing as now the boss, overbearing on your staff? Are you able to bring them on board to tell them, you know, our business, because they are part of your business now, is going through this, I am not able to pay you on that yet. The salaries will come on. You communicate. Communication is important. If it is separation, for instance, on an issue, because it can even be a serious crime, follow the procedure. If it is a disciplinary issue, let the person be given a chance to explain themselves. And let there be probably a committee or a one-to-one to say, now the way these things are, we cannot continue. So you practice in a way that you are dealing with the best practices. Yes, you practice what I can call fairness.
Practicing fairness is
fairness.
And as we plan to wrap up,
yes,
I feel you have so much to deliver to us, and time may not allow us, but there's a viewer here who may not be happy with me if I don't ask this. He's asking, my boss pushes for high performance, which sometimes affects employees' mental health. Can we balance the two? This is Alfred from Nairobi.
Okay. Yeah, I think there is what the concept we call work-life balance.
Yeah.
It is an emerging concept in human resource management. But sometimes companies are under pressure to perform. I don't know, because also in work, relations grow in the place of work. So I don't know how I would handle that, because I don't have the exact context of the business.
Yeah.
But it is an important thing, because you need to employees need to have even time to rest. Like in the Employment Act, employees, depending on, they are given 2 days. They are given 1 day for rest. And whenever they work on a holiday, they should get overtime. But other companies may even give their employees 2 days for rest. But a startup may have so much trying to cope with growth, with the establishment of a company. You find them giving probably a day or 2. But it is very important, so that there is no mental breakdown, there is no fatigue, which is not dealt through resting, and there is no also loss of whatever we call, you are not able to retain your staff. Because if you are not able to retain your staff, it is a cost.
Turnover.
Yeah, turnover, staff turnover. You are losing staff, you are losing experience, you are losing talents, and before you bring others on board, no one person is like the other.
I like that, because when you talk about the turnover,
yes,
there's statistics that show that 38% is lost in a year if a company is not really actualizing on maintaining their staff. They are always losing money, and it's very important. And on that note, for our viewers, I know your questions are coming in like so fast, but we can't really we can't finish it. It's really an interesting subject. I feel we need some more time to really dwell into the work-life balance, because it's very critical if it's affecting mental health, and mental health is key. That is something that we cannot really take lightly or work on casually. So as we take, we're going to be taking some parting shots from Victoriana, and then we call it a wrap. I know you have questions for Daktari here. I will request you to preserve them for the next session.
It's okay. Thank you, Enoch. Thank you, Dr. Mugo. That was quite insightful from you. I think my takeaway has been to practice fairness in even how you are handling your employees in the business, which will help you to grow your team and grow your business as well. So it was really lovely to have you on the show, and we're looking forward to asking you these questions next time, because I know even for myself, I've not exhausted them, and I really want to listen to more from you.
I can feel you. I can feel you.
Yes, and to our viewers, thank you so much for tuning in. Keep it locked on KBN show, Faith Today TV. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And Doctor, we can have your parting shots.
Oh, okay. I think I would say that first and foremost, to those who are listening to us, that that aspect of fairness, treat your staff as a resource which will augment and bring synergy to your business, and move progressively so that you can grow your business progressively, step by step, without overburdening probably even the organization. I think I look forward, and I hope that I like giving people reflection. You can reflect on what we have shared and see how you can implement, even if it is one issue which we have shared in this forum.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Mugo. We really cannot get enough of you, your expertise and your time. We are so grateful. And for our viewers, as you have heard, it's important to know that fairness is key in this game of human resource, and for you to thrive in the marketplace, it's important that you really value the people that you are working with. And as we close this, I want to remind you, Transform Africa Faith Conference 2024 is here. Come next week on Wednesday, we are kick-starting in a powerful way. We have forums that are going to impact you not only spiritually, we're talking about business, law, and health. You don't want to miss this. Again, my name is Enock Kitodekijja on the Kingdom Business Network. Until we meet next time, stay blessed and keep it KBN. God bless you.